Welcome to the exclusive. I'm your host, Sharon Tharp. We are back with a recap of the penultimate episode of the Traitors. We're getting near the end here. It's getting very exciting, and I'm very excited about my guest. I think this is his first appearance on the podcast. It's Big Brother 23 runner-up, Derek Frazier. Derek, how are you?
Hi, Sharon. How are you? I'm so excited to be here. Of course, I am finally here. I've been waiting for you. What
Made
took you so
it.
long? What took you so long?
I try to time things also with like what's going on. And I think with all the Big Brother connections, I wanted a Big Brother person, and sometimes I want a Survivor person. And I was like, you know what? And you're not someone who minces words. Like you're always honest with your opinion. And I think with everything going on with Danielle, I wanted someone in here who would be super real. And I
Yes.
knew you would be. So
Thank you so much. Listen, I'm so happy to be here. Now, listen, before we even start, Sharon is almost at 10K subscribers. Make sure you guys subscribe. We want to get her to
I love you.
10K. I remember when you first started this, I was so excited for this. We kind of started at the same time, but I just want to say
Yeah,
thank you for having me. I
of course.
appreciate it. And let me tell you something, girl, you look good. You look so good. You really do. So
Thank
keep
you
up the
so
good work.
much. Yes, we've talked about this before, but both of us
Yeah.
are on a journey. We're working on our fitness, and
Yes.
honestly, we're both killing it. So thank you, Derek. Appreciate that.
Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay,
Okay.
where do we start here? Well, first,
Oh,
I want your views of like the cast, like who and also like do you watch Bravo? Like who are you familiar with, obviously, other than the Big Brother people?
I'm nervous to talk, okay?
Oh
Because
God.
I'm like, I'm so scared to talk because I just want to be getting that call, but fuck it, I don't care. So let's be honest,
Whatever.
okay? I am a Bravo person. I do watch all the Housewives. I watch Drag Race. I'm a big Drag Race person. Big Brother Challenge, Survivor, all that. Okay. I have not watched Summer House, so I'm not
Okay.
that Bravo level. I'm on the Housewives level. But of course, like I obviously knew who Kate was because of Below Deck, and she's all over the place. So love that.
Yep.
Based on this cast so far, I will say the people that have impressed me this season definitely has been Gabby. I'm not
I
a
love
bachelorette.
Gabby.
Yeah, I'm not a bachelorette person, but I just love how Gabby is so Gen Z to me. She's so like,
But
she's
in
like
the best
Flazzy Die
way.
in the best
Yes.
way. She's so
Yes.
Flazzy Die. She's like, oh, I guess I have my coffee today. I mean, it doesn't even matter because Ivar's here. Interesting. I didn't think he was here. Like it's just like I love how Flazzy Die she is with stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Another person I am definitely impressed with this season. Um, I feel like and this might be a little controversial. Tom Sandoval was another one I was impressed with this season because of the fact that, I know he was coming down off of his, high after all those, months and stuff. So I think this was a good detox for him, and he was able to come in here and have a good time.
Yep.
And especially because of everything he's been through. Not saying that he's still wrong for what he did, but it was good to kind of give him another chance to show himself not in a drinking setting and partying and
For
drugs and all
sure.
that type of stuff. Um, I mean, of course, when it comes to the CBS, family, I'm not saying I'm impressed because of the fact that they're top level. They're good at what they do. We're talking about Carolyn here, who's a Survivor player, who's known for the type of game that she played. Unless you watched her, you wouldn't really understand it. But it was perfect for this game. I'm just trying to think. Derek Lavaster, another one, icon, legend. He did fantastic. Brittany, mother, of course. I mean,
Mother.
I have learned a lot of my Brittany was everything I wanted to be when I was on Big Brother with the green
Oh.
screen moments. Like I wanted to be just like her. I wanted to eat everybody up and read them for Phil. And then of course Danielle, Boston Rob, Jeremy, of course Tony, all of them. They're all
Tony.
top level. Yeah, they're all top level players. So, but Danielle this season to me has really played a phenomenal game. I know we were all a little bit shaky. We're like, oh my god, what is she doing? But it's like, look where we're at now. So everyone, I just want to give everybody their flowers. I'm
Fun
trying to think if
season
there's
so far.
anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob the drag queen. Oh, baby, don't get me started. I love Bob the drag queen, and he definitely came in swinging, and I appreciate that. But he was swinging a little bit too hard.
But he knows how to make a TV moment, man. Oh my
Oh,
God.
such a good TV
Uh,
moment.
Wait, so out of Brittany, Danielle, and Derek, at least, who
Yeah.
have you met in person, if any?
Oh,
You met
I have
Danielle?
I met Danielle multiple times. I mean, me and Danielle got
Yeah,
stories, girl. We
I
got
figured.
we got stories of us cutting up and stuff. Like she knows what goes down when it's me and her. Me and Brittany hung out in New York City. So I have a funny story. I cannot tell the whole story, but
Okay.
I will say this. We all went somewhere after reindeer games, and we all have a special bond on this place that we went that we will not talk about. And I
Okay.
will say, and this is hot tea, it was the most craziest thing that Frankie Grande could have took us to. That's all I have to
I
say.
think yeah, I think I know what it is,
You
but
know, I
we
think
won't
you
talk
get
about it.
right.
I think we missed each other that night because I was at dinner and
Yes,
then you went to, yeah.
yes. And I said, "Oh my God,
So
you should have came, girl."
I know, I heard. I don't know if I wanted to come though. We'll we'll keep that. All right. So the cast, obviously, you're super familiar with a lot of them too.
Yeah,
So much to get into, but we'll just start from the beginning. We might jump
yeah,
around. That's totally
that's fine.
fine. All right. So in the turrets, let's give Carolyn her flowers. Obviously, she got banished. Great TV character. I think she did as best she could with what she had. Obviously, I'm a little biased. I am a Danielle fan, but that doesn't mean we can't like both, guys. I don't
Of
like the one or
course.
the other. Um, but
Sharon,
yeah,
I hate
so
this one or the other stuff because
me too.
they're
It
both
drives me
iconic
nuts.
queens. What I love, two women made it to the end, and they were Big Brother and Survivor players. I wish we could come together and kind of
Yeah.
give them both the same respect. But I think unfortunately a lot of these kids, they get these Twitters and start typing away, and they're too passionate. It's a game. Like two women made it
Yeah.
to the end. My main focus was to get our Boston Rob. Once we got our Boston Rob, I was like, I don't care who we get, like whoever wins, love it.
Yeah. For sure. I agree. So after Carolyn's banished, obviously Danielle has a decision to make about who she wants to recruit. I knew she was going to recruit Brittany. I knew that. Do we think that was the best move for her, considering Brittany was probably always going to be on her side regardless, or what do you think?
I think it was the best move for her because it could go either two ways as I looked at it. You have if you bring Brittany in, people have mentioned Brittany at the round table a couple times.
Yeah.
So it's like if this whole, as Ivar said, it has to be a woman at this point, so it has to
Yeah.
be a woman traitor. So if you got rid of Carolyn, she was a traitor, and you still think there's one more, picking Brittany could kind of save her ass, but it also could look in a way of, hey, you're my sister. I really want us to make it to the end. Let's do this together because I don't want to lie to you anymore. And that would just break what we have built and our foundation. So it works both ways. It's a great move.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have made the same decision, to be honest. Someone I'm comfortable with. Listen, Danielle has spent the entire season with people in the turret she couldn't get on the same page with. And I think she's just thrilled to be there with someone who gets it, right? I don't know.
Yes. No, I'll be thrilled too if I was in the. And you could tell. I know that when you're playing the game, if you did something wrong to somebody, it is hard to want to trust them again. But
Yep.
they all in that turret, they were all doing stuff wrong to each other. I just think that Danielle was literally like, Carolyn, I will protect you. We need to bring in Brittany, and I think I understand it's like no, but you never know. I think if she made that decision, things could have went a little differently for Carolyn.
Yeah. It was hard to watch.
It was.
I want your take on this because
Ooh, you always like
here's
to.
some
This is why you brought me here because I just speak my
yeah.
mind too much.
Exactly. No, but I'm going to be real here too. Like
Yes.
listen, I try to be objective, but at the end of the day, this is TV. We're not talking about like legit life things happening. This is supposed to be fun. I have favorites. I have people I know. There's going to be some biases. Let's put that out there. And no one has to agree. Like if anyone doesn't agree with me, that's fine. Had Carolyn had told me in her exit interview, she was sure that Danielle told Brittany that she was a traitor. The producers came out with an interview, I think today, saying absolutely not. If Danielle actually told Brittany that, we would have got caught on camera. They're constantly monitored. I don't think Danielle would ever do that. I don't think Danielle would break the rules and tell Brittany she was a traitor. However, I think it was very clear to me Brittany knew she was a traitor for a while. And that's why in the turret, when Danielle takes her cloak off, Brittany doesn't seem that shocked, but I want your opinion. Like, do you think Brittany knew the whole time?
No, I don't think.
Oh, interesting.
Listen, when people, oh no, 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 hold on. I do think once you start putting the pieces together, how am I still here? When am I being protected?
Yes.
Just like if I go into the game with anybody and I'm still there, I am going to start looking at the people that I'm close to or know to figure out, are they possibly a traitor? And we have not caught another traitor yet. So now I'm
Yeah.
going to start looking at you. I don't think people don't understand when you go into these shows, we sign NDAs, we sign a lot of
Yep.
stuff. If she would have broke the rules and told her exactly what happened, that she's basically putting her whole entire check plus getting sued plus more on top of the
Yep.
line. I hate when people try to run with rumors because they know her and Britney are close. So they're like, oh, Britney, she had to tell Britney she was a traitor. It's like BS. Like, let that stuff go. And production definitely would not let that fly.
No.
So I do agree with your statement as of if I was in the game and somebody was there, Tiffany, anybody,
Exactly.
anyone I'm close with in Big Brother universe or anything or Survivor, I'll be like, let me start looking at these people. How am I still here? I've been talking shit. How am I still here? We're towards the end. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can't be too surprised because now I'm getting recruited. It has to be someone I'm close to. I
Right.
can't be that shocked.
Exactly. That's how I felt. And yeah, so that's how and I think the same could be said is yeah, if you know someone personally, you start to see their tells. Obviously, she got one over on Derek. He had a little sus on her, but he didn't really. But Brittany's been with her now for the whole time. I'm sure she picked up on things like, that's interesting. Like, so for me, yeah, I think Danielle just or Brittany just over time probably figured it out, figured that's why she was still there. And so I just don't love the rumors about breaking the rules because at the end of the day, like you said, they're risking a lot of money. They're risking the entire show being ruined. I just that's a
You're
little
ruining your
crazy.
rep. Nobody ever wants to ruin their. Listen, the one thing you could do, you can go in there and be a villain. You could backstab. You could talk to people. You could do whatever. The one
Mm,
thing you never want to do is be in bad terms with production or a network because you will never again be called to do anything. And there's people on
facts.
the ban list.
Yeah.
There's people on the ban list that
Are
would
you on the
never.
ban list?
I have to
No.
be on the ban list, Sharon. I haven't got called
No.
to do shit yet. I have to be on the ban list. But I'm just
I feel like Andy Heron thinks that too, and it's like, okay, what? Like they're just banning our
I think Big Brother has
our
a
gay
ban list.
icons.
Listen, I think it's gay icons, but I have to say this. I think Big Brother has a ban list because it makes no sense, Sharon. I've said this multiple times. I'm an alliance of 6 people. All
Hmm.
5 of my members of the cookout have either did a show or got called to do a show. I came in second place and I've not been called to do shit. And actually, I was the most entertaining, as people tell me. So what did I do wrong? I have to be on some type of ban list at this point.
I don't know if it's ban list or they just are underestimating sort of the entertainment that you bring or not realizing. I don't know, but let's get you off that list.
But I agree. I
Please.
think I think that people need to stop going with that rumor about things, and they came out with an article, so that should just shut it down
Yeah,
automatically. Let's play the game and leave it at the game. This is not that type of show. Maybe you could try to say that in Big Brother with the live feeds, that somebody told somebody something, maybe, but not
I don't
not
know.
this type of show.
Yeah. Okay, so Danielle and Brittany, now they have to decide to murder. I didn't agree with this decision to murder Tom. I don't know. I understand Tom did say Danielle's name, but so did Gabby, and I think Gabby is way more, sorry, Tom, smarter. And
That's funny.
and Gabby is like, I mean, we later learned she's savage. Like Gabby is fucking savage.
She is a savage. I
And I
cannot
love it.
believe
I
that.
love her. I love her. I can't help but love her. But yeah, I just didn't understand the Tom move. Dylan, yes, he's on your side, but he's also smart. He thinks for himself. So like, I just feel like they should have done Gabby or Dylan. But what do you think? I don't know.
Oh, sure. I kind of went back and forth with this last night because I was thinking when I was watching it, I go, should they have like if you pick Dylan, okay, then it's like
It
um
could be Gabby. Then you could frame Gabby
right,
almost.
you could frame Gabby, but I don't know if I think the reason why you can't pick Dylan because Dylan is giving you that I'm close to you. But if I was in this situation, Dylan gives, I'm gonna go with the, he's not really giving anything. He's kind of like, what do you think? What do you think? I'm gonna
Yep.
go with what happens at the round table. Baby, get the fuck out of here because you ain't loyal to me and I ain't got time for that bullshit. Get your ass out of here. Go somewhere with those blue eyes and go figure it out. Okay. But
Yeah.
Gabby, on the other hand, Gabby's already said Danielle, Danielle, Danielle. So it's like if I kill Gabby, they're gonna know it's me that I killed Gabby. So it's like, who else do I kind of go for? Tom
Uh,
was on the Danielle train, but I'm not gonna lie, I would have got that damn British gay man right there.
Ivor.
I would have got him. I don't care. I just want him out. Get out. What are you
He
doing?
took your
What
spot.
are you doing?
No, I'm just kidding.
He definitely did. He definitely did. I was sitting there like, what are you doing here? What is the purpose of you? He's not giving John last season. I think he
No.
wants
Oh
to.
no.
He's
No.
just like hanging out. He's like, I'm just eating the free food and having
The
a cup of tea
tea.
in the castle, and I'm just chilling everywhere. And make sure we get out all the women.
Yeah, that was odd. Um, I don't know. Yeah. Well, okay. So they picked Tom. Whatever. What is
What
our
would you do?
you?
What would you do?
I I probably would have risked it, and got rid of Dylan or Gabby. Even though I know it would still put sus on Danielle, I just think those two are such strong-minded people that like at the end they would have gotten you out anyway. Like I don't
But
know. I
Sharon, think
just
about it. Think about it. Dylan also was like, I don't trust Gabby. So it's like he that's another way that he was protecting himself because if somebody was saying somebody else but me, I would probably keep them. But I'm not gonna lie, if you ain't loyal to me, baby, get the fuck out. I'm getting you
yeah,
out.
I mean, it's a tough call either way. So I'm not shitting on them for getting Tom out. I don't know. If anything, get Ivor. I don't know. Tom was like the last person, or maybe Dolores was the last person I would have got out. But
Because Dolores and Tom were going after each
that's the other
other.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I would have got
Tom's
Ivor. I would have got Ivor. I would have been like, Ivor, get that cup of tea and go. Take
and
it to
Ivor and
go.
Dylan are like close too, so that could have broke them up. But I don't know. There's a lot of ways to go with this. But
Are they
listen,
close?
I mean, to Ivor they are. I don't know. Like hard to say. Um, but Tom, like I will say, I'm not the biggest Tom Sandoval fan. I've watched every season of Vanderpump Rules. Like know him pretty well. I'll give him this. He came out with a better. I think the redemption tour is working. I think he got some fans. I think he made some
Yeah,
good TV. It was fun. I do believe in redemption. I don't think we should punish people for every horrible thing they've done.
I
And you
agree.
know what? Good for him. I don't know. What do you think about Tom?
I love
Give
that
me
he
his usual.
I love that he showed a different light in him. You know, because I caught on to the Vanderpump Rules later on. Like once I heard about this scandal and it made it to the news network, I was like, what show is making it to the fucking news network? Like who really cares? They're all like breaking news, Tom cheated on, and I'm like, what the so
On like
once I caught
CNN.
right, I'm like, this is weird. But once I caught on to the show and I got to see Tom and I watched like a cheat sheet. They said watch it in this order. I don't know if you saw that
Yep.
cheat sheet that was like watch it here to understand the storyline of Ari and Rachel and all this other stuff. Um, but I was glad that he was able to come in here, show a different light. But I also love the fact that still the women that are part of Bravo were still whacking him, and he was taking it,
It was good.
and
It
that's
was good.
okay. And I love that. I love that he was a sport about it. He's like, I get it. You're not gonna like me. That's fine. But guess what? I'm still gonna have fun. Have fun. I'm gonna come in here with these sweaty armpits. I'm gonna sit here and sing these lullabies and have a good time. And I'm gonna show you guys a different light in me because now I am sober. Look at me sober, having a good time. So I was happy he did that. I think it was good
Yeah.
for him.
Good for Tom Sandoval. I don't know
Yes.
what's gonna happen. Maybe we'll see him on another show. I mean, I do think this set him up well because, like, you
Sharon,
know,
did he do another show on Fox? That military boot camp show.
yeah, but I think he quit.
Ah!
I think he like quit during it or something. I don't know. I didn't watch, but I don't. Who did watch that show though? Did like a lot of people watch it? I don't know.
I only watched one season because I was just interested, and I was like, "Nah, this ain't for me." Like it was just like a lot. I just wanted to see Kenya
Yeah.
Moore be a mess real quick because I don't like her. So I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, let's see what she about to give." And then I was like, "All right, I'm over it."
Oh
But
gosh.
yeah, if he quit, he quit. But he did great. This was good for him. I want them to continue flooding in these different type of characters. And I'll give my thoughts at the end. I'm sorry, I jumped ahead. I'm so sorry. But
No,
please continue,
no.
Sharon. Please
Yeah, we'll
continue.
talk. We'll talk at the
Okay.
end of like who we want to see, but because I agree. Like I think, I think it's good to have someone that's a little bit of a villain, and it's nice to see a different arc when And obviously Danielle's getting the villain arc really now. But we'll talk about that. But yeah, so after the turret, now we're at breakfast. Not really much happens at breakfast other than Gabby looking insanely good and killing that outfit and everyone realizing.
Yeah,
Um,
she looked great.
but but other than that, like the breakfast was whatever. It was after the breakfast that shit got funny
I
because
do
this
want
is
to
when
call out.
everyone's yeah, go ahead.
Let's call out when I do want people to notice one thing that Danielle does do. If she tells
Oh
you,
yes.
"Hey, you're my person," bitch, you ain't that.
Uh
You ain't her person. You ain't her
to
person.
Dylan?
You
To
ain't. Yes,
Dylan?
you ain't your person.
Yeah.
Mayday, Mayday, get off the ship. Mayday, your target. Mayday, do not trust it. Don't ever. I don't think people understand. If you're playing Big Brother, I'm gonna give everybody a little insight. If you're playing Big Brother and you look at somebody and you go, "Listen, I'm gonna reenact it. Listen, you're my person. Like me and you. Like I got you. You got me. I vote on my side. I got you." That is the most biggest motherfucking lie that you could ever hear in your life. Okay, because no one talks about you are my person. Like nobody says that. Okay, like no. Usually it's a quick like. If you really do trust somebody and they're like your final two, or they're like you're in this, hey, I got you, me and you together, we good, let's move on. When it's like a
Yeah.
deep, let me sit you down. Listen, like she told Dylan, listen, I'm so glad we have some alone time. You are my
Yeah.
person.
He's also got to be like, well, what about Brittany? What about Derek? What about your other people? Yeah, yeah. I
I
just
know
think
he
she's
came from a show
probably
called Down to Earth, but he needs to figure out how to get up from the earth at this point. Okay.
the thing about Dylan is he seems so sweet, and I definitely think he's not always right. I think he is getting the Peter Pilot edit. I do think he's one of those guys that like, yeah, he's not always right. Clearly, he thinks Gabby's still a traitor, but then he has moments of like clarity that they're really leaning in on. Of like, look at him, he's a genius, and it's like, I think Dylan's a good player. I think there's definitely hyping him up as like a hero of the show. Um, but yeah, Danielle did well. I mean, obviously we see him vote for her later, but I do think she did well. The whole season sort of connecting with him.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I agree. Like if someone
Oh,
says you're my number one, no, you don't need to say that. If you're saying it, it's for a reason.
baby, I would never, if somebody ever emotionally sits me down and turns to me and it's just like, listen, you're my number one, like me and you. And it's like, we have never had this type of vibe before. Baby, I'm going to look at you and go, you know what? You are
Light
my
up.
number one too. You're
Yep.
also my number one. And baby, I would be like making like that's a warning sign. So
Mm.
future Big Brother players, Survivor players, I don't know, Drag Race players, and somebody sit there and tell you, you're my number one emotionally, baby, that's not good.
Especially later in the game. Like it's a little yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Fair. So yeah, after breakfast, like I guess we see a bunch of conversations. The first one we see is Danielle sitting with Dolores, and you're a Housewives person. I don't know Dolores outside of this. What is your thoughts on Dolores?
Okay, so actually, she's not Dolores. She's actually Black Dolores. We call her Black Dolores because
Oh,
we believe that Dolores is black in the Housewife franchise. That's just our thing because we just be like, that's Dolores, Black Dolores from Patterson, New Jersey. Okay. I will say, her conversation with, Brittany, I found it very interesting because at least like they're kind of trying to figure out where the votes are going to go or who they
yeah,
want to kind of target next. And I think they're on the same, bandwagon because Brittany goes and takes the information that she kind of has a conversation with Gabby and takes it to her. And it's kind of like, more suspicious of like Gabby. Like, they're trying to like put it on Gabby a little bit. And Dolores is kind of like,
let's see. Let's see what
let's
happens at the round
see
table.
what's happening at the
That's
round table.
that's a dangerous player with someone who won't like commit before the round table. Brittany's like, we need numbers, and she's like, yeah, I don't know.
Anyone that gives me a yeah, I don't know, I don't,
Yeah,
I,
but let's
yeah, but
see.
let's see, that's giving me they're not with you, you're probably going home.
Hmm.
Or that's just the vibe, which I think Brittany knows. Like when you play Big Brother, we always want to guarantee, yeah, like, hey, you got me, and everyone's like, I don't know, and I got to see how
Yep.
things are. That's Brittany already knows what that conversation is, so she's already clicked like, oh my god, I got to figure this out. But what did you think of the conversation? Did you get anything out of it? Do you feel like that's Dolores's vibe? I will tell you, on Housewives, Dolores is the type of person. She's not the confrontational conference. Oh, shit. She's not the person that
Confrontational.
usually. Thank you. She's usually not the person that's fighting with other people. To be honest, she's
Hmm.
more of the supportive friend. I think she's only had like 2 seasons out of like, is this her 5th or 6th seasons where she did have a little bit of conflict, but that person had to do something to her to have that conflict.
Oh,
She's not the type of person that's going to sit there and be like, let me just go and mess with so and so. Like, that's not her.
got
That's not
it.
her vibe. So yeah, this is
Okay,
her.
that
This is
makes
Dolores.
sense. That makes sense. Yeah, she's very much like, I mean, and credit to Danielle. Danielle's also done a great job connecting with Dolores. Dolores really loves Danielle. But Dolores is just funny, and we see Brittany like counting numbers. Like she's really just really after Ivor. Like that's, and we later find, we'll talk about later, but Dolores is there. I think Dolores might win this game. Who knows?
As long
Like,
as it's not Ivar with his cup of tea, I'm okay.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So we see Dylan and Ivor talk. Ivor, I'll give him this. He picked up
No,
on a couple.
Sharon.
One thing he
No.
picked up on was Danielle said her mind's always racing. I do think that's something that I'd be like, oh yeah, that is kind of weird. Fine, I'll give Ivor the credit for that. but, um, but yeah,
First, you heard it here first.
yeah,
Ivar gave us something.
can you give us something? Um,
Something.
then we see Gabby. Yeah, like Gabby tells Brittany, listen, it's Danielle. Brittany's panicking a little bit. Brittany does not want to write Danielle's name down. And that's why I think this might be foreshadowing. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But she's like, I cannot write her name down. um,
The scared look at Brittany's face, I think she's like, I've used my fucked over coin one time
yeah,
with a friend of mine. I cannot use it again. Unfortunately,
yes.
I cannot. It took me this long to get back to where we are. It took a lot of PR cleaning up after BB Reindeer games. I cannot.
Who
Like,
knew BB Reindeer games, the lore of BB Reindeer games would come into this? It's just so fascinating. This little
isn't it
show
so
that,
fascinating that a show that was filmed for like 2 weeks ended up airing for, I think, 6 episodes, end up being really great viewings for the
yeah,
fan base? We can't get it back. That's very interesting to me. It's like we
I
can't
think,
have nice things, which is wild to me. I saw your tweet about this, and I'm so sorry we're jumping off about this,
no,
but
it's fine.
it's very interesting that CBS wants this foundation of keeping their players. You hear production, you hear casting. I just heard Jeff just do on an Instagram post about like sometimes he gets jealous when other players go and play these other games and all this type of stuff.
I'm glad
They
he
want.
admitted it.
I'm glad he admitted it. I wish Big Brother would do the same, but I'll say it for them. They feel the same way. And when people go and do other shows, you have to give an outlet for people to come back and play again. You have to make a BB Reindeer games maybe every holiday, or do a fucking Halloween theme or
Special.
something special like that. Do a quick BB All Stars, but it's like, I don't think they want to pay the money. I
That's
don't
what
think
it
they
is.
want to pay the money. And it's sad because there's so many players that people should be going back. And I'm not advocating for myself because I'm good over here. But I'm talking about players that we have all seen that we love and only get one chances to show their face. If you had an
Yep.
avenue, these other shows like Anonymous and Netflix shows and Traitors and
Yep.
House of Villains and all would not be taking y'all players if y'all gave more opportunities for people. That's just my take based
I
on what you
mean,
said on your tweet.
you're not wrong. Like, I think for a long time, CBS was in the game sort of alone in terms of reality competition,
Yeah,
obviously MTV as well.
yeah.
But now that Netflix and Hulu and E and all these, Peacock are all doing competition shows, it's a new world and they're paying well. And it's like, if you're not going to pay that same level, people are not going to be interested. And it's sad. It really is, because based on conversations I've had, and I'm sure you've talked to
yeah,
players,
yeah,
people want to go back. They want to play a shortened season of Big Brother. they're willing to do it again. It's just, it needs to make sense,
But
like
guess
money
what?
wise.
Guess what? Another thing is, sometimes it's not all about the money. If you gave us a platform, CBS gave us a platform. They gave us an outlet. They gave us an opportunity to show us who they are. I would go back. I would go back for you for free if you wanted to. That's a
Mm.
lie, but at least something, not a crazy amount that these other shows are paying. I would
But
go back
some
because,
incentive.
but something insensitive, because guess what? You gave me that outlet. Like, I would come back for the sake of being loyal. And a lot of us
Yep.
are loyal
Yep.
to the networks that we came from. So I just think they need to sit down and regroup and just like think about things. Like, we shouldn't have a quick little BB reindeer game should be done easily. Just do it again. It
I
should be that
agree.
simple. And like, you have so many people that have come back. I know Andy has advocated. I know Jessica. I know there's so many people in the Big Brother universe that would love to do it. Kat, everybody else, me, myself. There's so many other people. Of course, I'm probably not naming, but it's like, just do it. So, not to get off the topic, but that's just my thought on when we're not keeping the players that we have. So
I agree. And the loyalty thing, I've heard the same thing. I've heard people say, listen, if I want CBS to call me and it to make sense, but like it's not happening. And so I don't have other options. And to be fair, like I don't know if it's even at the CBS level. It might be at the Paramount level of like budget
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
But regardless, it's sad. That's all. It's just sad
yeah,
because
yeah,
I would love to see it. But
yeah, yeah.
we'll get back to the Traitors for anyone who, skipped ahead because they don't
I
care
know
about
they're
Big
like, this is
Brother.
the worst podcast ever. Never bring back Big D. I am so sorry. I spoke too much of my mind. We're going to go back to Traitors. I deeply apologize. I'm so sorry.
No, no. So many people interacted with that tweet because I think so many people feel passionate about it like we do. So, um, but yes, we have to talk about Danielle and Gabby's uncomfortable moment that both of them are iconic for
Iconic.
sitting in that. And
Iconic.
I was like, I stand them both in different ways. What
Iconic.
did you think about it?
Baby, I loved it, Sharon. I love Miss Gabby just going,
Yes, I
and
just love
Danielle's
it.
just over here like, I live for it, because you know what? That moment alone, I love that no one like gave in. Because some people will
No.
move. Some people will feel awkward and move, but guess what that would give you? That would give you, oh, did I make you uncomfortable? Make you like sitting there? I love, she was just
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna stay. And the way that Gabby talks, she's so Gen Z. The kids love her. I see her on TikTok. I see all the kids interacting with her, the teens, everybody love her. She's so Gen Z. She's like, I'm yes, I'm gonna sit here because I'm sitting next to a killer. Like, I just love the way that she is so nonchalant. But this was so foreseen that, okay, obviously it's gonna come down to Gabby and Danielle in this episode.
Mhm.
Like, we know it's gonna come down to them. What did you think? I thought it was hot. I loved it.
I loved it. I think those are the only two people that would probably do that, like, because they're both so strong-willed. And I thought it was great. I thought it was like one of my favorite moments of the whole show. Like, and I agree. I'm not, I'm a millennial, whatever. I see Gabby
Same.
and I appreciate her humor. I think she's hilarious. Her talking
Yes.
about business hours, like her TikTok is
Yes.
great. And I usually
Hilarious.
don't like that kind of stuff, but love
Yes.
Gabby.
I think
Love
she was
her.
absolutely, great in this. And, it's just to see the tension, she's just like, a cold-blooded killer. Like, calling
Yeah.
Danielle a cold, like, just like, like, it's just crazy. And Danielle's like, you don't even know what's coming for you, and it was just very interesting to see. Now, Sharon, are we correct? We get to the challenge.
Can we?
Um,
Yeah, let's talk about this. No one cares
yeah.
about this money. Everyone's like, let's just do the Seer thing. Care about the prize pot? No,
Can I
as
say something?
usual.
I actually love. I know we're thinking about the money in the bank, and they are putting money in the bank. But I appreciate a show where, of course, we want to get to the end and get to the grand prize. But I think because they're getting paid enough, it's like,
Exactly.
we're gonna give you a good show that once again is going to get an Emmy. I don't
Yeah.
like. That's why
Yeah.
I'm looking at CBS like, baby. Remember, Survivor was getting the Emmys. I don't know. Did Big Brother ever get an Emmy?
I don't think so. I know
Ooh,
Survivor did. I know Amazing Race did. I don't think Big Brother ever.
woo,
Maybe they were
sadly they need
nominated
to.
early.
Yeah, it sounds like they need to do an All Stars, a big or BB Reindeer Games to get an Emmy. But I'm just saying, look what they did, and now they're going to get an Emmy because their players are here to make a show. But this
Yeah.
challenge, baby, I loved it.
You did?
Yes, I love the fact that he's like, this is going to be a memory game. Keyword, we're good at memory
Mm.
games when it comes to Big Brother. It's going to be a
Oh.
memory game. The clowns are going to come in. I was like, I couldn't
Yeah.
keep up.
I didn't mind I don't love when it's a little bit of luck. I think obviously the doll thing is like risk reward, like you are making the
Yes.
decision.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. I do think we got to talk about this Seer thing though. I feel like it's too late to introduce this. Like it's too powerful. I don't know. What do you think?
It's too late to introduce this. This should have been introduced when Boston Rob was there.
Yeah, like earlier because I
Earlier. I don't know what we're doing.
it's like when you play Mafia and sometimes they have a detective who can like do this or whatever. I guess that's what it is. It's
Not you
too
giving me
late.
PTSD.
Yeah. Oh, you guys played Mafia all the time, didn't you, in the
Oh
house?
my God, every 5 minutes on the live feed. Someone tell them to stop playing Mafia.
I
Someone tell
forgot
them. I
about
was looking
that.
at the tweets afterwards. I was like, oh my God, they really did not like us playing Mafia. Shit. Oh, they're playing Mafia again. Turn off the live feed. So I was
Oh
like,
my
okay, got it.
God.
I do agree. This should have been done earlier in the game. I don't know why we're doing this now, especially like it's just too little of a people to like make this a power. And then on top of that, let's say I am a traitor. Let's say I've been playing a very
Yeah.
chill game. I've been a cold killer. I've been just chilling. Now, out of nowhere, I'm over here breaking the damn sweat trying to get coins to get this
Yeah.
power. And here's Dylan, Mr. Detective over here, Mr. Disney Plus over here. He's over here like, I'm Inspector Gadget. Oh, look at Danielle moving her ass. That's not like Danielle. Danielle's supposed to be, oh my God, I'm so scared. Fragile. And she's over here breaking
Mm.
the sweat trying to get these coins. It's like, nah, I don't think it was smart. I hated it. I was like, this is so stupid. But I think they did it because they feel like we want to give I guess the faithful an opportunity, but it's like once you do that, it's like, what do you do with it? Are you supposed to keep that information? Is it only for you, or do you tell other people, hey, I got the sheer power, I saw who so and so was? Like, that's the shit
Yeah.
that I don't like. No, no.
Yeah. I
Mm-mm.
there's so many things like also why are they waiting till after the roundtable to reveal it? Because now what if Danielle goes home and she got it? Like, does the next person get it? Does it go away? I don't know. I didn't really understand that
It was too late in the game for this power. This power should have been done when Boston
a
Rob
couple
was
weeks
there
ago.
a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago, because then it doesn't mess up the game. Now, I understand they're putting, because like people always say, like the shields are pointless. People think the shields are pointless. I don't think the shields are pointless if you use it the correct way. Peter, Trishelle,
Yeah.
all
They
them
figured it
used it the
out.
correct way the second season. I don't know what
Mm.
to tell you, babe. I don't know what
There
to
were
tell
too
you.
many shields this season. I didn't like how many. There was like 10 people safe at one point. And I'm like, can we not do this? Like, that's
10
like
people
10
say
immunity idols. I'm like, what the
10 vetoes, 10 vetoes, 10 vetoes. No one's going
exactly.
home. We can't figure out who's going home. At this point, the person who won HOH is going home at this point. It's like, it's crazy to me, but I do agree. I didn't appreciate it. I did like the challenge as of the first thing is memory, the second thing is risk or reward. And I
Yep.
know a lot of people were upset because it made it look like the edit, like Danielle is gonna win this.
Mm,
But she did the same thing as everybody else did. You're the one who's taking the risk. And then what was the last one? I can't remember. Oh, the coins. Yeah, that's what
the
I'm
coin
saying. Like,
thing.
it's like what?
I don't
Too
know.
late.
So Danielle, Brittany, and Dolores going into the last one had the most, and then we have no idea who won or how they did in the last one. So yeah, it was kind of like, like okay, like it was fine at first, and then I was like, it just kind of yeah, I don't know, didn't love it. Thought they should have introduced it earlier, and I also don't know what happens if Danielle had it and goes home. Like then what is the whole point of this whole thing? I don't know.
They're just throwing in.
Um,
They're just throwing in crap to throw in crap. They're just trying to. They're trying. I think they're trying to see if this will work. Let's test this out. See if it works. Let's see if it helps. But I'm like, I don't know why we're doing this. This is so pointless to me. It was dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think they're going to switch. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. But anyway, so we get back after the mission, and
Yes.
I I had been told, and I didn't realize this, that they only have like when they get back from the mission until the round table is only like 15 or 20 minutes sometimes, they said. That's not a lot of time to like strategize. And that's why usually we see them in the cars, but we didn't
Yes.
see them in the cars this time, I don't think.
Oh, we did. We did.
We did?
Oh
Oh, it
wait,
was
on the way
Brittany and Danielle, right? Together? Yes.
was that
What?
on the way there? I don't know. You're right. I don't think we did see them on the way back. I think we
One
saw
of
them
the
on the
ways
way
we
there.
didn't see.
Yes, that
But
is correct.
I don't know why Danielle and Brittany went in the same car. I don't think that was smart.
I think no, I think production did that. I think production was like, you two go in this
Uh,
car, you two go in this
okay.
car, and then leaving out Gabby to kind of be stuck with Ivar to not be able to have a conversation, and then Dolores
Got
and
it.
Dylan to be able to talk about what they're gonna do. And I feel like I feel like Dylan did say maybe Danielle. I don't know, but we get to them obviously in the castle talking,
Yes.
amongst themselves, and they're trying to figure out where the boats are gonna go. Danielle and Dylan have this conversation, and before this conversation, Dylan has a conversation with Gabby, and Gabby
Yep.
is like, "Look,
She has the evidence.
it's giving traitor behavior,
Oh, that's pretty
and
good.
that um I just think like if you don't know, like I saw Danielle like laughing coming out the closet, and yeah, I'm gonna bring that
The
up.
Jeremy thing,
The
the
journey
Carolyn
thing,
thing.
the
Yeah.
Carolyn
She brought the
thing, giving
evidence.
Boston Rob and Bob the drag queen again. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Dylan's like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Dylan once again, I don't know. Dangerous
Yeah.
player. I mean, I get, yeah, whatever you bring up at the table. So then, Gabby starts to walk out, which, like you said, Gabby looks amazing in this outfit.
I know. She looks so
Um,
good.
I wonder if her feet hurt because I feel like it had to hurt the way she was clicking. I was like, is her feet hurting? Um, then Danielle comes in and Gabby walks out. This is giving Big Brother realness. Okay.
Mm.
And she's like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, what are we gonna do? He's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm gonna write your name down. Danielle's like,
I'm just so
Dylan,
hurt.
Dylan, I'm so hurt. Let me tell you one thing. If you can go on these shows, I'm gonna need y'all to practice doing these waterworks. Where are the tears? Where are the tears? I'm like waiting for it. I'm like, come on, girl. Cry, girl. She like this.
It's giving Angela like no tears, but a lot of crying, right?
Not Angela. It literally is giving no tears. All this. That's the one thing I'm gonna tell you. If you can't give me no tears, baby, I ain't got nothing for you. Okay.
Mm.
You better before you walk in there, before you should have a bottle of water. You should just drink the water and just turn and just drop some on it. I
Get
just
some
can't
eye drops.
believe. Yes, something. But she was so shocked to see that. And Dylan, he's a straight shooter. He like, I'm gonna write your name down, and I'm praying. I don't know what to do. It's just I gotta listen to what is at the table. So then Dylan walks out. Brittany walks in. And her Brittany, and Brittany's like, all right, we got the
What?
votes, and she's like, no, Dylan's gonna what? Dylan's gonna vote for you.
Yep.
Brittany now is spiraling. Brittany's like, oh my god.
Spiraling, running
She's like
around the castle.
running around the couch. She's going from Dolores to I. She can't find Ivar because Ivar's in the back with production getting tea ready for dinner.
Yeah.
Making
Yeah.
sure dinner is
He's
good. He's
MIA.
part of the royal family. He got to make sure dinner is good. He ain't playing this game. He over here like, what we having? We're having asparagus. Are we having a little bit of lasagna or something? Chicken parm. I need something else. So actually, let's make sure the tea is good. And Brittany's running around the castle looking for him.
Yeah. Brittany is panicking. And I think, which is fair, because I mean, if Dylan and Dolores are both like, I don't know what we're going to do, we're like, it's scary going into that. And I do think, and I don't know how you feel, I don't think Brittany and Danielle had enough evidence again. They needed to come up with a better plan against Gabby. Like, saying that she was just, oh, you only stuck with your Bambies. Like, I don't think that was enough. Like, they needed
No,
to, even if they made it up, they
no.
needed to come up with a better plan because Gabby came with receipts.
She did, and she got her in, and at this round table, you could feel the tension at this round table. We do get to the round table. You can tell that no one kind
Brittany
of wants to
talks
talk.
first.
Oh, Brittany kind of just breathes, like,
Yep.
and everybody's like, I'm like, yo, is it that I need to know how intense it is? Like, you can't even breathe at this table because if so, I'm in trouble. I'm a
Alan's
heavy
probably
breather.
like, someone has to talk because everyone's just staring each other down, you know?
Correct, correct. I'm not gonna lie. I'm always gonna talk. I will always be the first. If I have to be the first person, to talk, I'm gonna be the first one to talk. But I'm not gonna do what Bob the Drag Queen did. That was a little bit too much. I'm gonna pick her. I'm gonna
Okay.
pick 2 times. I'm gonna talk first, and then that's it. But did Brittany start? Sharon? Did Brittany
Yep,
start?
which surprised me. Like she went after Gabby and just brought up the Bambi thing. Like, oh, maybe you're not worried about your position and that's why you only stuck with your group. Which again, fair point. And I think Gabby voting for Danielle last week was also a fair point. It just wasn't enough. And I think Gabby, but and then she starts going with Danielle. Like Gabby just kind of destroyed her. Like I don't know. I think
Gabby got her together, yo. Gabby was like,
yeah,
she was throwing out points of, well, you voted for, she's like, oh, you voted for Boston Rob. And she's like, well, I voted for her twice. And she's like, I voted for him
me
once.
too.
Me too. Let me speak. Let me speak. Let me speak. Let me finish.
She's like, "Oh, you're an easy target," and she's like, "But you're strong." She goes, "No, I didn't say I was weak or whatever." She said, "I don't know."
Right.
Gabby was
No,
on
she
it.
got her. She was on it. She definitely let her know, hey, I don't think I'm weak. I'm very strong. And that you guys will save me so you guys can point it and put it on me at the end. Think about, Jeremy, he said your name. Thinking about, she brought up the bookcase situation.
Yep.
Gabby had good points that was very persuading to to the table. And Danielle was going toe to toe with her. I think that
Mm-hmm.
Danielle, like you said, and Brittany they didn't have enough evidence for Gabby. But thank God for Black Dolores. Because while this is all going on, Black Dolores is like, hold on, motherfucker. Hold on. Hold on.
We got to talk about Ivor.
We got to talk about Ivar because he's trying to, it possibly does not have to be a woman. Why are we targeting each other? Yes, women, work
Yeah.
together. So thank God for Black Dolores. She's like, yo, it could be Ivar. Ivar
Did
over
you
there with his
see
cup of
Brittany and Danielle's faces? They were like,
yes,
"What is happening?"
that is, let me tell you something. That is a great, even though that is good friendship, but that's also just when you come from a universe where you know each other for such a long time, that is great. Like if I had to go in Traitors, I need to have at least one person I know.
I could picture if it were you and Tiffany in there, the looks that
Oh,
would be going back and
oh,
forth.
baby, we would have a whole full conversation. Y'all wouldn't even know. It would just be,
Yeah. Yep.
it would be a whole thing. Y'all wouldn't even know. But that was the beautiful thing because now it's like, oh shit, we gotta switch these votes. We need to go for Ivar.
Yeah, so wait, do you think they did that at the table or do you think before the round table they were
No.
like,
Mm-mm.
okay,
I think they did it
okay.
at the table because here's the thing. If I was sitting at a table around with some people, I might just do. I'm looking at everybody. I'm looking at people. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at this person. Here comes Brittany. I might just do a quick. So do
Mm-hmm.
yes. Now while this happened, we need to go for Ivar. And when they're writing down the names, you can also tell they're just like
Yeah.
which and communicated, which was great. I think that was a
That
smart
was
play.
that was smart on them to switch their votes, knowing Dolores was not going to vote for anyone other than Ivar, even though it did seem silly them going at Gabby and then being like, actually, we think Ivar. Like it's just a little,
You
but
know what? I
they
think
did what they
in
had to
that
do.
moment, right? I think in that moment, like people can be persuaded. They have said that at the table, and maybe their point
True.
is, I don't want to get out another woman. I feel like it could be a man. Dolores just brought up a good point. Ivar, it is. And
Yeah.
Ivar's like, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, because it comes down to a tie at this point. After
Which
everything
we've
that
never
happened,
seen. I don't think we've
never
ever
seen.
seen.
No, I don't know what they do in the tie. So this was good. I love that we got a tie because now we know what happened. Alan listened, know they had to revote. And then Danielle and Ivar cannot
Yep.
votes. And then she's like, you got to give your plea. Here's Ivar. Well, I've my cup of tea. I've come from a royal family, and what we do is that we just, we sit around and we have people bring us the tea. But I'm a very relaxed person, and I'm not about the drama. I don't know why I signed up for a show that's about drama. So I'm just here to target the women, and just get them
Target
out
the women.
because I decided to become gay later in my life, and now I only like penises. So at the end of the day, let's get rid of one of the women. But I'm not about it, and I'm not a traitor. So when I stand up there, you're gonna get another faithful.
Yeah.
Ivar,
It wasn't
get off my
much.
screen. Get off my screen, Ivar.
How
Get
do you
off
think
my screen.
how do you think Danielle did?
I think Danielle did a little bit too much with trying to plead to Dylan. I think that was a little bit too much. She's
Mm,
like, please, Dylan, please. It's not me. I would have just been like this. At this moment, if I'm playing this emotional, it's really hard for me because you guys keep voting. And listen, I don't want to try to, I've already gave you my words. I'm not going to sit here and keep on trying with you guys. Dylan, Brittany, Dolores, even you, Gabby, I know you feel like I'm coming for you. I'm not even going to target you. You saw him and target you. I'm not coming for you. I just think that it's
mm.
important to just keep it that way. I would have not just singled out one person like, listen, you have to
Yeah.
hear me. It's too much. And then people can read into that. You're giving yourself away.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. I also think before that when she was talking about like I couldn't be a traitor. I don't have the stomach for it. Those kind of arguments I don't think hold up well in these games because like so yeah, I don't think it was the best, but doesn't matter, right? Because when we go to do the revotes, I I how do you feel? I think Brittany wrote down Danielle's name because as soon as we see Dolores put Ivor up,
Yeah.
Brittany's face drops. I just don't know why Brittany, if she switches her vote here, why? Because say it goes to a tie again.
I'm gonna
Okay,
tell you why
fine.
she
It's
probably switched her vote.
wait, why?
You didn't notice the eye contact between her and Danielle? Danielle gave her one of those looks where it was like, it's okay. Like she was kind of
Really?
like lipping a little bit. Like I think she was giving Brittany the okay to write her name down. That's what I
No.
got. Ah, watch it
Wow.
back. Watch it back. Watch it
Wow. Okay.
back. I'm telling
All
you,
right.
based on like what they were doing in that moment, she was giving her the it's okay to write her name. And I think that
Hmm.
once Brittany saw Dolores write Ivar, she was like, freak. I should have wrote Ivar. I think that she wrote Danielle.
She
I think
definitely
this
wrote
is
Danielle.
she definitely wrote
Yeah.
Danielle based on, and that's what I'm saying. I think we have to pay attention to the eye contact, but they
Hmm.
also have the power of editing. But in
Yeah.
that moment, it looked like Danielle was saying, "It's okay, like write my name." And I I can't imagine writing somebody who you've been close with this whole entire game, but I don't
You
know.
burned before. Yeah.
Yes, it's like I don't know, but I will tell you this: Peacock, f you, because why would you leave us with a cliffhanger? I'm gonna be honest. Why would you also not tell us who the shear is? Okay, you just wasted a whole. You could have left that episode and just gave it to us next week. Then, if we were not gonna
that's
find out what, don't give it to us.
That's also why I think Brittany voted for Danielle because if she didn't, they would have just showed it to us. But now they're like, oh, the finale is going to be boring without Danielle. So, like, that's why they carried it over. I just don't know. Like, say Brittany didn't kept her vote and it went to a tie again.
Oh,
We found out the tiebreaker was chance. So at least Danielle would have had a 50-50 chance. Whereas I don't think Brittany voting for Danielle here puts her in a better position. I still think next episode, Brittany's in trouble, regardless if she wrote Danielle or not. And so I just didn't really
do you
understand why
think
Brittany
she's in
switched her
trouble
vote.
next episode? I don't think that she is.
Really? I
I
don't
don't
know.
think
I
that she
think
is
people,
because guess what? Her and Dolores both, excuse me, did not write down Danielle's name. So it's like we can go with the Dolores thing, or guess what? We can also still, depending, because Brittany still gets an opportunity to kill somebody, if I'm correct. So it's like she probably, in fair, she should probably kill at this time. She should definitely kill. I would kill
she
Dylan.
killed them?
I
Is
think
there
she
another
gets one
kill?
more kill. I feel like if not, then I think she's okay because she got Dolores.
I
And at
don't think
least
they
her and
kill again
Dolores.
though.
Oh, if not, yeah, probably if not, then what they should do, she should make sure she's close with Dolores. Her and Dolores should go
Mm,
into it. She should also grab Dylan, and they should go into it wanting to get out Ivar or Gabby.
Gabby, yeah. But
And
this
then
Seer thing might F her over, depending on who wins
hopefully
it.
she gets this. Hopefully she gets the seer. But once
Yeah,
again, that's what I'm saying. Why leave us with this? I just don't like that they did that to us. Like, why leave us? They corny for
typical.
that. We paying 10.99 for this app or whatever. You should not be leaving us with no cliffhangers because next week, if I'm correct, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, we should be getting the finale and the reunion next week.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like, why do all that? Why do all that?
yeah. Good point. All right, so if Brittany voted out Danielle, which I think we both think she did, how do you think Danielle takes this? Because obviously they have history. Brittany, she feels like Brittany did her dirty in reindeer games. Do you think they still walk away with this like okay, or do you think Danielle's gonna be upset? Like, what do you think?
No, I don't think Danielle's going to be upset.
I
think you got to
agree.
go back and watch it. I don't know, and maybe people can comment below. But I feel like Danielle gave her that look of it's okay, and she kind of lipped
Interesting.
something. She kind of lipped something. I wish I could pull it. I want to pull it up because I really want y'all to see it because I swear that she lipped it to her when she said it.
I
Um,
just I just feel like her reaction to Dolores though was like so shocked, and it's like, well, if you thought
I
Dolores was
thought her
not going to keep
reaction
her
was like
vote,
shit. I thought her reaction was like I thought that was her
yeah,
reaction. I thought it was very like,
yeah, yeah,
damn, I
yeah,
should have not did that. I should have went with what I was going to go with the
exactly,
first time. So that's why I'm just
exactly.
I find it very interesting. I know I can't be the only one that saw it when Danielle lipped it to her, which it was
Hmm.
giving very like it's okay, like do what you need to do, like in this moment because I think Danielle was like, I don't think we're going to win this now that. And then she's also looking at Dolores. Dolores is also giving her a look of I'm going to vote this way and everything. I
Yeah.
just found it very interesting. I mean, what do you think? You think that?
I don't know. I don't know. I also don't trust editing sometimes. So
Okay. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
listen.
This part.
Oh,
You saw that?
interesting.
That's
Okay.
what made me go, okay, I think she told her it was okay for her to write her name. That's just my thought.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like it could have been Danielle being like kind of succumbing to her fate of like Brittany might write down my name. Yeah, it's so I love this like nerdy shit like reading
Yes.
into everything.
Yes. We read into
Um
everything.
and I cannot wait to talk to both of them because I'm sure they have plenty to say.
Plenty
Uh
to say. I can't wait to. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see what their thoughts are. But I think Brittany was just like, all right, I wrote Ivar's name. Okay, it didn't work. Now I'm looking at Dolores. Dolores is giving me this look. I don't think Dolores is going to write her name. It didn't look at her face. She was. I think it was giving a shot. But let me tell you something. If she wrote Ivar's name, I think this we're all going to be shocked. This will be
mm,
the most. This has been the most craziest season of Traitors, and
it's
they're
been
doing
fun.
great. It's fine. It really is fine.
Yeah. Well, so okay. So who do you think is going to end up winning this game, the Faithfuls or the Traitors at this point?
I think the faithfuls are going to win. I would love to see the Traitors win, but and it really comes down to if they can get out. If Dolores is loyal to Danielle and Brittany as she is, and then Dylan. But Dylan is
Mm,
not easy to persuade, which I wish they got out Dylan when they should have. And Gabby is also a lethal player too. I just with those two in the game, there's no way. Oh, and
mm,
Ivar production, hot tea Ivar. There's nothing you could do with him.
uh.
He already knows what's going on. He already knows who the shearer is. He's part of
Imagine if
production at this
Ivor
point.
wins. Ivor could win, Derek.
Yeah, and what are you gonna do with the money? What does he need it for? What
Yeah,
does he
good
need it
point.
for? He come from a royal family. He got money.
Yeah.
What
Okay,
are you
wait.
gonna do?
So they filmed the reunion yesterday. What are you most looking forward to at the reunion?
I am definitely looking forward to the looks for the reunion, but I'm very excited to see Bob the Drag Queen. If he
Same.
is in full Bob the Drag Queen mode, he is going to eat the girls up. I know these
Yeah.
housewives think they're good at these reunions. Not saying they're not, but Bob the drag queen, people don't understand. Like, if you never watched Drag Race, you need to sit down and watch Drag Race. Drag Race is the most toughest competition out of all the competition shows. You have to be ready to cut girls, lip sync, make outfits, make sure you come to the runway. You also throw people underneath the bus. It is a
Mm.
very cutthroat game, and you got to have a hard shell. So when you come onto these shows like this, it's going to be a dog eat dog fight. Okay.
Mm.
I am excited to see if I'm hoping that Wes, who I love, who I'm obsessed with, I
Oh.
hope that oh baby, Wes is daddy. Okay. If people don't
How'd you
know,
like his exit?
loved it.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to leave, but I love him
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I love Wes. And he called me. He called me a couple weeks ago. You know, I had to be respectful because he is a father. You know, he is married, but he knows
Of
I'm his side
course.
chick. You know,
Oh,
he knows. He knows we're
what happened with
together.
Turner though? I thought, what happened
Mm,
with Turner? No? You moved on?
Girl, that was a second. That was a move on. But when it comes to Wes, I love Wes because he'll call me. He'd be like, "Big D, how you doing with your training? Are you running and doing stuff?" Because Wes is always like, "I want Big D on the challenge." That's always him. But
That's
he called me
awesome
to.
that he's
He
supportive.
called. He's such a sweetheart. He called me and he congratulated me about my Eagles beating his team. Thank God. And we were just talking, and he was just like, "I love his ex interview. He always makes it clear that we're here to make a show." And
Yeah.
that's his number one thing. He wants people to bring entertainment and for his show. And that's why he advocates for certain people to bring entertainment. But him leaving the game the way he did, I hated it because it was like, damn, he had
Yeah.
him and Derek were on the same page. But I think he went into challenge mode thinking he could take people out physically or puzzles and stuff and forgot you're dealing with housewives. But I'm hoping with him
Yep.
going into this reunion that he will advocate for Danielle. I think people that do competition
Mm.
shows understand the role of advocating. Now, if Boston Rob wants to get on my good side, I don't have a problem with him. But if he wants to kind of win some of these fans, this would be a great time for him to speak up and advocate for Danielle. I just don't want Danielle getting jumped at the reunion with these
Me
housewives
either.
and these Bravo people that don't understand these competition shows or, these Caroline stands and things like that. I just don't want that to happen. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I'm hoping Britney will also have her back too. Derek will be
I
there to
think
have her
so.
back also. So that's all I can really bank on right now. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping the Avengers will come together and, take out some of these people. What do you
Yeah,
think for
I
the
mean,
reunion?
I agree. I don't want it to be a pile on Danielle. And this is what I will say about that. And I know I'm biased. It's fine. But I don't think that people give Danielle the grace that they give other people. I just don't. I think, oh, she's dramatic and she's crying and that's got to be fake. Whereas other people do it and it's like, well, that's just part of who I am.
Yep.
Well, also Danielle, she signed up for a show. She is under contract to lie from the beginning. And so whether you agree with her, swearing on her kids or if you don't, that's fine. You don't have to agree with whatever. But to
Yeah.
say she's a bad person or all that, it's like, come on. Like, this is a game called The Traitors. Even on Big Brother, the morals are like, you don't really know. Because when you sign up, there's no secret power like right away,
Yeah.
right? So on The Traitors, like you're forced to lie. And so
Yeah.
it's going to get messy. It's going to get ugly. And I just don't think people give Danielle the grace that they give other people. And I think that's unfair. And then the second thing I'll say is I don't think people give Danielle the credit that they give other people. This woman is in the finale. She outlasted all the other traders. And so whether you don't
Correct.
like her or if you do, give her flowers. Like that's all I want. I want people to recognize like Danielle is a person. If you don't agree with certain things, that's fine. But like don't
Yeah.
pile on her. It's a
Sharon, here's
game.
my thoughts. And I'm not trying to get emotional about it. Me as a black man, and I have a black mother. I played with black women. I played
Mm,
with black men, but this is main focus about black women. I don't think it's appropriate to talk about women's hair.
mm.
I don't like the fact that people are talking about her hair or
Online.
online. I don't think it's appropriate at all. We can sit there and crack jokes, like we crack jokes of when Carolyn came in, it looked like her hair was in the wind or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
they're taking it a little bit too far. It's not appropriate.
Yeah.
Black women have different hair textures than white women. and I never see them sitting there like, oh, we're talking about so and so's extensions or something like that. Like it's not appropriate. And I think we're getting a little too far, way over the line, I think. Danielle
Yep.
is a black woman that played in this game who outlasted a lot of people. Okay. She's playing the game that the card that she's dealt. This show is called The Traitors. I don't care if you have to lie on your dead family member. I think about the time that Johnny Fairplay lied about his grandmother
Exactly.
on Survivor and stuff like that. Like people lie all the time. When I enter a game, I don't. You could swear on anybody, send them home. I don't care. I'd rather
Yeah.
get the edit of I sent them home because Derek sent them home after lying on their dead kids or their kids or the grandkids or family then at least I can sit there and say, I don't care if it's a game. I sent you home. That's the problem that I'm having. It is a game.
Mm.
It is not real life. She's not sitting here on real life going in interviews saying, hey, I swear on my kids or talking about it public. It's a game. It's a
Yeah.
fantasy game that we all love. We watch these competition shows because we love the fantasy in the game that we love. We're going to get people that are going to play an honest game. We're going to get people that are liars. We're going to get people that scheme. We're going to
And
get
that's
people
the
that
fun part.
plan,
Yeah.
strategize. That's the fun part. We're all able to relate to somebody in a way or take something that they did and apply it to ourselves if we go on a competition show. I think that Danielle, she deserves all the credit. Danielle is a winner to me in my eyes when it comes to Big Brother. Danielle is the first Black woman to win Big Brother, Black player to win Big Brother, period. She just got it stolen. I always give her that. I always give her that crown. Okay.
Mm.
So to me personally, and we all agree with that. Every player in Big Brother feels that way. Even the winners feel that way. Xavier, Taylor, all the rest of them all feel the same way. Okay. The thing about it is that she comes onto the show where people don't know her and she plays a game that we understand
Right.
and
Yep.
people want to sit there and criticize her because the way that she's playing. We might see
Yeah.
it as her being emotional and shaking and stuff like that. We might be like, people are like, I can't believe. I get it. I get it. It's okay. She sent home some of your favorites. Some of your favorites didn't make it. I understand that passion. There's people I go, damn, they sent home Bob's drag queen. Shit. They sent home a
Yep.
housewife. Shit. Who am I stuck with? Okay. I still got my Big Brother players. I still got my Survivor players. But I think people need to understand talking about her gameplay, that's fine. We're
Yeah.
all going
Yeah.
to critique. But talking about someone's physical appearance, let's not do that. Let's like
Exactly.
let's cut that line. Let's not do that. And we need to give Danielle the credit that she deserves. She's worked hard to be here. She hasn't. She's worked hard. Some people she's
Yep.
been in the game for a very long time. Same thing with Britney. Same thing with Derek. Same thing with the rest of them. But Danielle is somebody who played an awesome game. The goal is to outlast the Traitors and to win the game. She outlasts all the Traitors once, like all of them, after
Mm-hmm.
being arguing, after trying to get them out, them trying to get her out, she outlasts them. Give credit where credit's due. I'm so sorry that
Yeah.
was long-winded, everybody. I apologize, but I just had to get that out there.
No, I completely agree. And listen, I also understand if there's people that don't watch these shows and they're Bravo and they don't agree with it. You don't have to agree with it. That's fine. Just from our perspective, watching these shows, we have seen Johnny Fairplay say his grandmother died. We've seen Matt Hoffman make up an illness for his wife on Big Brother. We saw
Oh my God, I
Dan
forgot about that.
Giesling.
I
Yeah,
forgot
we saw
about
Dan
that.
Giesling swearing on the Bible and his dead grandfather's ring. We're a little bit more immune to it, so I understand why it's more jarring for the Bravo sort of world people.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
listen,
we
it
have
is a
seen, but
TV
can I give you
show.
something? Let's give T.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Bravo world, I have seen them go to the extent, as Lisa
Mm,
said, going to the extent to get research on people and talk about things that
mm.
is like what or make up things. Oh, I saw so and so cheating because he sat on somebody's lap and run through a whole season with it. So let's not
That's
try to
true.
sit here
That's
and
true.
act like the Bravo people don't do the same shit that the competition people don't do. It's just the fan base just is a little bit more biased to it because there's no money at the end or something like
Hmm.
that. There's no incentive at the end. Where it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
we're just making it to the end to get to the reunion to call people out. But they lie on each other and make up false things. Same thing in the blogs, and they take stuff in the blogs and they add it to the storylines on the show. So it's the same
Yeah.
exact thing that we do on competition shows. It's just that we have a reason because there's money on the line that I can win.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, listen, yeah, I agree. I think people are not going to always agree with everything that happens, and that's fine. I think that's the point of the show. Like, Danielle has a villain arc. She does. So, like, the way that they're editing her as well, you're kind of meant to, like, love to hate her almost. And so I get the sentiment, but, like, yes, let's keep it cute. There's no reason to go after her personally. And I just hope in the reunion, like, she gets a chance to really talk and explain and say, listen, this is because right now she has to lie still. She's a traitor. So I don't know. I'm excited for the
Interesting.
reunion. Who do we think at the reunion won't even get airtime? Anyone?
Ivar.
Yeah, I feel like
Ivar, Sam. Uh, 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 yeah, just Ivar and Sam, probably. I'm
maybe
just trying to
Dorinda
think
just because
who.
she went out early. I don't
No,
know.
Dorinda's gonna come in hot because she's a house. These housewives,
They want their
her,
moments.
Aeon, they're all gonna come in hot. They all want their moment. I was reading some of the things like Aeon talking about she gonna go after Bob drag queen, but she's friends with Bob drag queen. But
I
because
love
of what
Ion though
happened,
too.
she's
I love
I
her.
love her too. But these housewives are gonna come in ready to go because they're gonna
Yeah,
think that it's a reunion. Now I heard Andy saying before this is not like a housewife reunion. They were not going to be doing all that. But I'm like, Andy, I want to see them talk it out like if they are on a reunion show.
I
I don't want
agree.
this to be favor edit and try to be downplay. Let them talk it out. I want to see what they're about. If they're about their life, let them be about their life.
I agree. I think we didn't see the stuff about Danielle swearing on her grandkids or whatever in the edit, so we're not going to see it at the reunion. I know Chriselle and some people are probably going to bring it up. I don't know. They're going
Who?
to.
Who?
I don't. Chriselle.
Who?
I don't think we're going to see it. So I think they're going to try to keep it cute. They're not going to
Michelle should
go
talk
and.
about Tom the whole time. Let's make that her storyline. Talk about Tom. That's the one thing you're good at is coming at Tom. Keep that energy. Because other than that, you didn't bring nothing else to the show. Let her just shut the fuck up. There's no use of
Oh
her talking.
God.
Talk about her and the Bambies and the Nikki and the wrestling and the da da da. Be the Bambi girls. Let's
Oh
talk.
my God, I forgot
Woo!
about Nikki. Totally
Oh,
forgot
look at
about
that.
Nikki.
You forgot about Nikki? There you go. See, once again, Nikki's storyline is going to be West and her baby.
It's gonna be Danielle versus Carolyn, Gabby, Dylan, Boston Rob. Those are gonna be the big names that are getting a lot of the airtime, I think, and Bob the
I
drag
think
king, of course.
Bob the drag queen. Yes, I think the housewives are trying. I don't know. Listen, I just
Yeah,
wish I could be. I wish I could be in the parking lot.
me too. Me
I wish I could
too.
be in the parking lot because I'd be like, I would be waiting at the door, like, who talked about who came at my mother? Who came at my mother? Because I'm gonna get y'all. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. See, that's what I'm saying. No, let me stay home. That's why they keep me in the box. They don't want me to go anywhere. They're like, let Big D stay in the box. What you let me out. If I go on this show, I'm calling out everybody. I don't care. You could sneeze wrong.
Oh, I
So and
know.
so was sneezing wrong, and let's talk about how they sneeze and the way they cough about 3 times. 3 times is too much for me. Let's talk about that. I'm that
Speaking
person.
of Derek, who do
Yeah.
you want to see on the Traitors next from Big Brother World?
I would love to see Ian.
Okay, that'd be
I would love
fun.
to see. I would love to see myself. I'm not going to sit here and lie and bullshit. Yeah, I would
This is
love to see
listen. This
myself.
is why I like you because you're not fake, and there's a lot of people who are like,
Mm-mm.
Not me." I appreciate that you're
No, I'm not going to
out
say
there,
yes.
real.
I'm gonna say it on this platform because they watch your podcast. Yes, I would love to be advocate to myself. So Ian, myself. Who else did I say? Also because I just feel like it's just how it should be done. Davon is somebody who I would love to see also. I'm just trying to think if there's anybody else. I would love to see maybe I would love to see Kat Dunn.
Mm.
I would love to see Jessica. Um, I would
Which
also
Jessica?
Jessica from Big Brother 21, I think. Is that correct? Is that the right
Milagros.
Jessica? Yes. Um, I'm just trying to think of just other players that I feel like have not got chances to that
I
would
like,
entertain me.
yeah, I like that you're not doing just like the normal names.
No, I'm
You're
not doing
switching it
the
up.
normal names are always going to be the same. What are the normal names that we hear all the time? Nothing against the people, but I mean it's always the same old people, which I have nothing against them. Oh my God, I would love to see Kaser. I would love to see
I
Kaser.
feel I feel like he might get a call. Like he's in that
Yeah,
world. He was just on All Stars. I
yes.
could see that.
I just think that we're missing. I'm always going to advocate for people that I feel like haven't got a chance to, and I'm not saying Kaser and Davon have got a chance to compete, so they're
Yeah.
kind of at the bottom of my list. I want the people that I know they're going to bring some entertainment. You know, Rockstar would be good also. I'm
Oh
thinking
my
of
gosh,
people
yeah.
that are going to be like entertaining me. They
Hmm.
are going to be chaos. That I'm not trying to pick the same old people that they feel like are safe and because they got a fan base, they want to invite them. I'm like, start giving some players that are going to bring you some good TV because this is an Emmy
Yeah.
show for a reason. Survivor World, I don't know from Survivor World. I mean, I don't really have nothing. Drag Race World, I can tell you. I would love to see Gia Gunn. She is a drag queen. I would love to see. I would also love to see. Oh my God, who else brings really good entertainment? Monet Exchange. I would love to see Monet Exchange on it. I would love to see like Trixie
Hmm.
Motel or Katia on it. So those are some drag queens I would love to see on Traitors. Bravo World. I definitely want to see Nene Leakes. I don't want to see Kenya Moore. I want to see Nene Leakes
I
first.
know. Nene would be amazing. I just worry that
Oh,
is that lawsuit, right? Like, didn't she have, isn't there, is there
okay,
issues with her
okay,
and NBC or?
but please, that could be smoothed over. That should to be
I hope
done.
so. She's
It should
gold.
definitely be
She's TV
done.
gold.
Oh my God, could you imagine? Oh, could you imagine? Listen, I'm gonna be clear with you. Oh, Tiffany Paula, definitely Tiffany Paula for
Duh.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
I'm just making it clear. If I ever get cast, which I know I probably won't get cast on season 4, so call me for season 5 because I don't want to be on season 4 after this season. Fuck no, they're gonna come at the Big Brother players like this quickly.
Well, good
Put
point.
some other people on it. But I would love to if I could be on the season with Nene Leakes. I'm gonna be honest with you. She could be a traitor. She could be whatever. I will be kissing the ground that she walks on.
They're
Uh,
like, Derek, we're gonna pay you nothing, but Nene will be there and you could possibly be friends with
yes.
her.
Put me on the plane. I'm there. I'm already in Scotland. You don't even got to pay for the flight. I'll pay for the flight. I'm there. I don't even care. You got to
Yeah.
pay me shit. Nene Leakes is there or Tiffany Paulin, my two women icons that I literally studied. No, I'm knocking on the
Hmm.
door. Even if I'm not there, I'm gonna make myself there. I'm gonna just show up. I'm gonna be in Scotland. I'm gonna look up that thing right on Google. Where that fucking castle at? Let me just show the fuck up. They don't want to call me. I'm gonna start showing up. I'm here.
Are you gonna be a traitor or faithful? Like, what would you prefer?
I'd rather be a faithful
Interesting. Okay. Because a lot of people don't say that.
because you know why?
You'll be a messy ass faithful.
You
That's why I love
you
it.
know you know why? Because what's it called? Remember, Xavier is a lawyer. I said it multiple times. Xavier is a lawyer. No one listen. I want to be a faithful. I want to call people out. I want to be able to get you. And another reason is me being a traitor. I'm a little bit too emotional.
Mm.
I would just start killing people that just say something stupid. Like just because you say something stupid at the round table, we're killing this one. They'd be
Or
like,
just
no,
get out
Derek.
all the boring people. Just get out all the boring
I'm
people.
gonna be honest. If I'm a trader, I'm getting out all the boring people. If I don't
Like, you
know
want your
you,
season to be good.
you're a politician person, royal person. You brothers with somebody who did who's famous. You're cousins of somebody. I'm getting you out. Unless you did
Mm.
I'm keeping all the competitors and I'm keeping all the housewife people. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want nobody else there. I'm bored. Ivar would have been out day one with me. I would have been like, tell me what you do. Oh, I'm
He's too
gay and I'm from
faithful.
the royal family and I make cup of tea. Okay, killed, murdered. Who else?
Interesting.
Obviously Tiffany. Tiffany is somebody who I would love to see
Oh God, Tiffany's like for sure. I would love to see
for
her.
sure. For sure. But if Tiffany's
Um,
going, I'm going in her fucking suitcase. She's not leaving me to watch her on another show where I had to watch her. I'm not watching it from home. I'm going with her. So just know
oh my
that we're
God.
2 for 1.
I know. I feel like they are going for like the classic
I
quote
know.
unquote big players, but then they get like Carolyn, who's a recent popular player,
I
they
know.
threw in there. So we might see some like other names that we're not even thinking about.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then also obviously this amazing race stuff a lot. I think they're trying to keep some of the talent on CBS and that's why they're trying to get people on the amazing race this season. Um
Which is crazy
we'll
to me
see.
because I don't know anything. I don't know anything about it, but I don't know if you know Sharon. But before I did Big Brother, Amazing Race was my dream. I
Mm.
always wanted to do Amazing Race. So when I didn't get the call, I was kind of hurt by that because I know if I'm
It's
correct
interesting.
on Twitter, I know they were looking for people. If I'm correct, So I was like, how the fuck did y'all miss my call? Like, but that was my dream. I never wanted to do Big Brother. But Amazing Race was
Mm,
always my dream. Big Brother was just one of those things where I was like, all right, I lost my job. Let me apply for another show. I've seen it. Let me go for it and see what happens. And next thing you notice, it was like, boom. But Amazing Race
interesting.
was always my dream. I always wanted to do it because I was like, I hate flying, but I was like, I will do this just to
Well, I
get
hate
over my
flying
fear of
right
flying,
now for sure.
baby.
The hell is going on? Uh,
Every time you land now, every time you land.
seriously, I have
But
to fly on Sunday. Oh God.
yeah, but no, I guess there is a lot of things brewing. I don't know any of it. I don't know who's going on there. I just literally read all the tweets that were going on between people, but um,
Yeah,
I think it's
we'll
their way
see.
of trying to get the viewership up
Yeah,
by
I think
doing.
so.
Yeah, so we'll see. But other
Well,
than
we'll
that,
see.
I'll still be talking my shit, minding my
Yeah, tell
business.
tell everyone. Okay, Heavy Crown Network. What are you guys
Yes.
covering?
We're covering
Doing the
Survivor.
Traitors?
We're covering Traitors. We love Traitors. Traitors is my favorite thing to cover. We're covering Big Brother.
Yeah.
And really that's it. That's our three main shows that we'll be covering. Other than that, I don't know if you know, I went back to school. I'm going to school for my master's.
Good
So I'm
for
getting my
you.
master's in cybersecurity so I can hack all the trolls' accounts
Yeah.
when they talk shit about me. Um, and I just really been focusing on myself at home. I've lost like 71 pounds and I just
Insane.
been doing my
Amazing.
thing. Yeah, I just been doing my
You
thing.
look
So in
great.
case when they actually wake up and go, let's call Big D for something, I'll be ready because I don't want to hear, oh, he laid on the couch, he can't get up, he's big, he's this. I'm coming to hit everybody.
Well, good for you. You look great. You
Thank
sound
you.
great. You
Thank
seem like
you.
you're doing amazing. And honestly, you are the perfect person to have on. I think that thank you for being so open with your thoughts. And you know what?
Thank
Like
you.
you're just someone that doesn't always agree with everything, which I appreciate. I like to switch it up, you know?
Thank you.
Um and
Keep doing
yeah,
what
so
you're
for
doing.
thank you. Thank you. I'm trying. Oh yes, 10,000 subscribers. I'd love to hit it. So please like this, subscribe. I will be back for the finale and the reunion.
Listen, I can't wait to do this again. And Sharon, thank you so much for having me. Thank
Of
you for
course.
everyone that's listening. Please, guys, remember to like, subscribe, and comment as
Yes.
always.